Yes, sir. We are back at it again. Week number 2 of season number 3. Let's go ahead and get into the gameplay in just a little bit. We have our first Division 2 versus Division 1 matchup, and it's going to be a real good one. Twin City Tech taking on the Central Houston Polytechnic Bloodhounds. Go Bloodhounds, baby. It's going to be Norseman versus Bloodhound football to start this one up. Before we get this one kicked off, make sure you like and subscribe. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Show some love to all of our various affiliates. We got Home Hollywood Sports and Sports Universe on the Discord side. We also have World Simulation League, our basketball affiliation, doing their thing. Make sure you show some love to them, along with Goals, Great One, Hockey Sim League, GOHLS. If you know the acronym, they're doing their thing on the ice, hockey-wise. So make sure you show some love to both of them. The link to our Discord will be down in the description down below, so make sure you follow that. Do what you need to do to get on the field. Like I always say, we got plenty of room here for all of you guys. We got some teams opening up, not just on the CSFA side, but the USFA side too. We're going to be eventually moving to 6 teams on both sides. Eventually, I think the USFA will get a team within the next couple of years or so. But just gotta double check with the people in the admin side, see when they want to do it. And I'm pretty sure a CSFA team is coming next season, so make sure you look out for them. We already got one of the teams that's going to be making the move in a little bit. We'll check them out as we get everything set up. They'll be our next game is going to be Mile High and Orlando Tech, but we got to get through TCT and CHP first. So let's go ahead and check into the verdict. Get this one all good to go for you. As always, I'll go over the players on the CHP side. Everyone is leaning towards CHP except James. Want to be that stickler and want to say that they're going to get the victory, but I'm going to lean towards our user squad in CHP. Personally, my boy Vic Dotson and the gang, they're looking to break out, all good to go. CHP is the home team, so they will be in Atlanta. It's going to be a clear day, and it's going to be I'll keep a light wind. It's fine. Go ahead and keep the light wind for them. Outside of that, let's go ahead and get the gameplay started. Got everything taken care of for you. Said what I need to say within 3 minutes. I'm trying to make that the meta in regards to the time frame before the game. Let me know if that's a good time where I can keep everything. I may keep it at 3 minutes. Maybe if I had a little bit more to say, up to 4 minutes, so we could get the game rolling for you. Yeah, it's been a pleasure doing these games here every single week, or as much as I can every single week. It's been a grind getting the get the CSFA back onto the fold, and I'm happy to be back with you guys here. Season 3 just getting started. Plenty of games left to sim. We're underway, and it's going to be Led Zeppelin taking this one up the middle of the field to around the 34-yard line. Jake Molyneux, is it Jake or Jack? One of the two. I have to double check with the rosters. I'll let you know which Jake or Jack is going to be taking that kick. It's going to be a handoff to the left side. I believe that was Breaking Benjamin with the carry. Yes, it was, for a gain of 3. Here comes CHP on defense. I'll go over the rosters after both teams get on offense. And it's going to be Lansing making the play on that one. 3rd and 9 coming up here. CHP looking for the quick stop. 1 minute already down after 2 plays. That's what I like to see. Passing it right side. Breaking Benjamin makes the first man miss, but not the second. And that's a quick stop by them Bloodhounds. Looking out for those big plays there on defense. Trying to strip the ball out, but could not quite get the ball loose. Sending that away is going to be John Carter. Shout out to Beast on the return. Look at that burst of speed as he gets to the 36-yard line. And that's why I sped up the gameplay for the CSFA. Gotta love that burst of speed. 1st and 10 here for Central Houston Polytechnic. And Edwards is going to get his first carry of the day, getting around 6. CHP got the victory last week against East Augusta University, and that guy that got that carry was a big reason why. Passing it to Kevin Lee, and I believe that is his first catch of the season. He blanked, I believe, in the first game, or at least maybe 1 catch. I don't quite remember, but he's ready to get some more catches here. They made some changes, passing it deep middle of the field, and What can you say? Heisman Trophy winner for a reason. And Central Houston Polytechnic gets 6 already within the first 5 minutes of this ball game. All it took was 2 plays, and giving it to 2 players that did not quite get as many touches as they liked. You see it in the Discord chat earlier, both Vic Dotson and Kevin Lee both expressing a lot of annoyance of not getting the ball a lot, and most likely change out the gate gave CHP the lead. So good job there from Central Houston to get something going already. Here comes the Norseman back onto the field, already down a set of points. Handoff up the middle, and Benjamin's just going to get smacked as soon as he hits the line of scrimmage. The gain of 1 on the play. Every team has to go up against a D2 team. This is where you try different things. It's going to be Benjamin getting taken down by PSJ, Pablo Sanchez Jr., the junior linebacker. His brother, his father, Pablo Sanchez, is actually, never mind. It's going to be Deshaun Booker with the interception. Just as I was thinking about Pablo Sanchez Jr., Deshaun Booker says, hey, listen to me. I'm here. I'm the captain of the mouth. It's going to be Bridges, middle of the field. There goes Kevin Lee again. His second catch in the ball game. He says he wants to make some plays, and this is a real good start for him. Sean Bridges, 3 for 3 on the Thug Fizzle day. Handoff again. Edwards, juke move, and he's going to get inside the 35. Here comes them Bloodhounds inside the 35. And loving what I'm seeing so far with these changes is helping out. TCT isn't the greatest of talents, but gotta love to see them go after who they want to go after. Their first incompletion was another target towards what I believe was Vic Dotson, but nice defense there from TCT. It's going to be Sean Bridges once again looking middle of the field, but the pass off the mark is going to be 3rd and 10 coming up here. A kick from here will be around 50 or so yards, so it'll probably be in their best interest to get this first down, give their kicker a shot to make it. Pitch the left side. Vic Dotson does make the play, but not quite in the mark for actually getting the first down. So second catch on the day for Vic Dotson, trying to move as close as he can. And as a 44-yarder kick is up and not enough leg there for Molyneux. It's going to be 1st and 10. And after this set for TCT, I'm going to go over the offense for CHP. Got their sheet up now. It's going to be Benjamin taking that to the left side, and Jake Molyneux. Okay, so Jake is the cornerback, and then that'll make Jack the kicker. So gotta love to see. I love twins jumping into the league in some way, shape, or form. It's going to be Benjamin, and he getting smacked there right in midfield. 2nd and 8 coming up. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 here. Bennett passing it again. Left side caught by Breaker Benjamin. He's going to get inside CHP territory, but if they can't get the first down, they'll only have 1 play in CHP territory. Make that 2. It's going to be Benjamin falling forward, and he's going to get to the 45. Not enough for the first down. TCT send it back to the homies at CHP. And as they're punting it to them, let's go ahead and talk about the CHP offense here. Sean Bridges leading the way at quarterback. They have wide receiver Isaiah Fowler, Oliver O'Dudley, Kevin Lee, and Brian Taylor at the wide receiver spot. Tom Edwards at the running back spot. You see him do his thing right there with a gain of 9. And then you seen on that big touchdown pass, Vic Dotson, last season's Heisman, and he's looking to repeat. Showing off already his 2nd catch of the season as a touchdown. He does it every time. Kevin Lee's going to get the conversion there. And we seen on the kick there, Jack Molyneux is the kicker / punter. He's going to be upgrading after these next few games. I already seen him chiming in, how did I do? He says he wants to do better. He's going to have to start with those upgrades, and he has 100 TPE to work with. Let's see how he upgrades that properly. As we end the first quarter, we'll talk about the defense as CHP gets on the field defensively. But right now, all eyes is on this offense. A 4 wideout set. Edwards fumbles the football, and it's going to be the quarterback running over to get that ball back. You remember in the Super Bowl when Cam Newton was in there and he didn't chase that fumble? That is what you're supposed to do. Sean Bridges passing deep left side, and that's going to be incomplete. unfortunate there. It looked like it was right in his hands, but could not quite haul it in. And they're going to have to send it back to TCT. They're currently holding a 6-0 lead at the current moment, sending it left side, and that's a pretty good punt, not being able to get picked up. And it's going to be without temptation, picking up around the 23. Going into the defensive side of things is going to be Jake Molyneux at the cornerbacks. Jake Molyneux at the cornerback spot. Thank you there. Juju Moore is going to be there doing his stuff. Thizzle John at the linebacker spot. They also have John Fowler, John Carter, and Pablo Sanchez Jr. So make sure you look out for those homies there. Also have Deshaun Booker as well. It's going to be 1st and 10 here for TCT, and 9 for 16 on the day there for Breaking Benjamin. Going to be pitched right side, and the pressure was in his grill, if you will. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up here. Isaiah Bennett, not quite the greatest start to the game. Only 4 yards on the day, and it's going to stay that way after that pass. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Bennett passing it again with the middle of the field and not quite getting the juice on that pass play. The passing game has not been efficient enough for TCT for them to make this a game. Right now, CHP has the advantage with the 6-0 lead. As the second quarter starts to wind down, it's going to be John Carter with that burst of speed again, and he's going to get to the 35-yard line. I have a feeling he's going to break it one of these plays here when they get that punt return. But it's going to be a 4 wideout set here for CHP. As Bridges passing this one right side, no one home. It's going to be 2nd and 10 coming up here. Got to make sure we have some balanced gameplay. Bridges passing it again, looking right side and dropped. It's going to be 3rd down and 10. 5 for 10 after the great start. He started 3 for 3 and then went kind of downhill. And Sean Bridges passing it again left side, and I think that was to the backup tight end, either him or Brian Taylor. I could not quite tell who that was, but it's going to be 4th down. Passing game slowing down just a tad for CHP, but as long as the defense holds up, I don't think they're too worried, as Without Temptation takes that to the 31-yard line. Here comes the Norseman back on the field offensively. Let's see how they set up here. It looks like Jumbo would hand it off. No, they'll pass out of it. Right side is open. Look at Led Zeppelin go, and that's a solid gain there for the Norseman. Just like a majority of teams here, they got to find a way to make that offense much more consistent. Hand off to Poison Jam as they move into CHP territory. Solid job for a gain of 3, making it a lot more manageable. Staying with the jumbo set here. We're going to hand it off this time around. A nice stack of blocks ahead of him, but Breaking Benjamin couldn't take advantage like he wanted to. He's going to be 3rd and medium here. Hasn't quite made it past the 40 in CHP territory. They're looking to change that here, but Benjamin's going backwards and going right outside of CHP territory with that play. Nice job there by Jonathan Leonard to make the stop. That's one of their bot players there as the second quarter hits the midway point, and that punt is going out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. CHP back on offense, looking for some more points, get their offense moving. Hand off here to Edwards, and a nice juke move there. I'm liking this kid right here, Tom Edwards. He's been plugging away, like I said, for a minute since last season. Playing with Eric Davis, but he's no longer on the team. Look at Edwards go. He's been trying his best ever since he joined the league, and he's one of my favorite players to watch. Not just a bias because my player is teammates with him, but he's been definitely doing his thing here for CHP, and now he's getting some more carries there. Burn out some of that clock and burn out some of TCT's chances of getting the victory. And they set up for the 4 wide, 1 tight end set. Looking for a man, middle of the field. There goes Kevin Lee with another catch. 1st and 10 coming up here as they move inside the final 3 minutes of the second quarter. Not quite over 100 yards. I'm sure they're thinking they should have a lot more than this, but Edwards is saying that he's trying to put the team on his back, though. He's looking like Greg Jennings, I must say. 2nd and 6 coming up. Bridges once again looking left side, caught by Lee. He's going to get hit out of bounds, but he doesn't quite get the clock to stop. 3rd and 1 here, and I won't be surprised if they run it up the middle again. We're going to do just that. Edwards falls forward and gets stuck. There goes Foo Fighters fighting, make sure he doesn't get that first down. The CHP is keeping their offense on the field. Interesting set here. Bridges looking for the conversion, passing it on the comeback route, and there goes Isaiah Fowler on the comeback route. Nice job there overall to get the first down. Hit the lead as his first catch of the day. That's going to keep this drive moving. A 5 wide out set here for Bridges, passing the left side, and there goes Kevin Lee inside the 20-yard line. This is a masterful drive up to this point, but can they cap it off with the touchdown? See right there, Kevin Lee already with 7 targets, 6 for 54. Bridges, middle of the field, and that's the bad pass there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. 10-play drive here. You love to see it. Bridges passing again right side, and there goes Kevin Lee. Makes the first man miss, and he's going to get his first touchdown of the season. Great job there from Kevin Lee to cap off what has been a beautiful half for him. 7 catches, and he's going to get his first touchdown. Molyneux still looking for his first extra point on the season, but I'm sure that'll happen after he gets updated, and this should be his last game where he is actually going to be at this mode. So we'll see how he does at the adjusted side of things in week number 3 after we get everything updated. But Led Zeppelin is going to take this one to the 33-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 CHP. Sorry, CHP on defense. TCT looking for the man left side. Pass off the mark by Isaiah Bennett. 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Norsemen. Isaiah Bennett, quick pitch left side over the head once again. Got to make sure you put a little less touch off of that pass. That's going to help him get some completions there, but not quite getting it done there. 3 for 9 on the day. So far for Isaiah Bennett, they got it handed off, and Benjamin isn't doing anything with that. CHP calls their first timeout, and they're going to have a shot to see if they can increase their lead before halftime. Right now, 12-0 is the score. Lincoln Park sending that one away. It's going to be John Carter taking this one left side. Not quite getting past the 40, but solid field position if they could get another big pass play. Looking for some more moves. 4 wide out set here. It's going to be Bridges. Once again, looking left side, and that is a drop. Definitely a drop right there. 2nd and 10, because he should still be running up to this point, but could not quite get it done. Sean Bridges, 10 for 18, but has 2 touchdowns. It's going to be Bridges looking left side, and that should have been picked off. It's going to be 10 for 19 now. 3rd and 10. Trying to end this half on a good note, or even better note than they have been. 3rd and 10. But it looks like they're going to concede this one, not getting the first down from Edwards. I would have probably tried the pass play at that point, but I am not the coach. It's going to be TCT getting this ball back with 45 seconds. Checking into the game clock here, 18 minutes. That's looking pretty nice if I do say so myself. A real quick game up to this point. And I started with 3 minutes, so technically that's 15. It's a 15 to 16 minute half. That's how you want to keep it, somewhere around the 30 to 40 minute range in regards to the actual gameplay. And then probably a little bit more if it has overtime, but we have yet to get an overtime game. Up to this point, Bennett passed in the middle of the field, and he dropped it in the bucket. You can't really do any better than that pass. The receiver just could not hang on to the football. Here comes 3rd and 10. Hand off Benjamin, no dice. Once again, there goes Lansing on the tackle. It's going to be 4th down and 13 coming up, and that's going to move this one back to CHP. Not quite stopping the clock. CHP is going to have a shot. Probably one more play as Carter takes this one to the 45-yard line. And if they can get a solid pass play going, they can definitely get some more points before half. They're going to set up in the 4 wide, 1 tight end. Watch out for Vic Dotson. They're going to toss it to the middle of the field, and that's going to be incomplete. And I think if they waited a little bit, I think I've seen Vic Dotson running up the middle of the field, but could not quite get the job done. 50% on the day so far for Bridges. Passing this one again, right side, and incomplete. That's going to close out half number 1. And CHP doing what CHP is supposed to do. 10 for 21 on the day for Sean Bridges. 2 TDs, no interceptions. Solid job on the day so far. Pablo Sanchez Jr. leading the way with 5 tackles at the current moment and 1 TFL. Let's go into the team leaders really fast. You see right there, 7 for 70, 1 TD. Vic Dotson, only 2 receptions, but he's been making them count. 2 for 56 on the day. Isaiah Fowler had that big catch a little bit earlier, in the, a little bit in the later portion of the second quarter. Tom Edwards, 11 for 52 on the day, 4.7 yards per carry. Deshaun Booker had that interception, and that's really about it right now. Vic Dotson actually has 3 tackles. It's pretty crazy. But John Carter with 3 tackles, and Pablo Sanchez Jr. already said 5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. Going into the team stats here, CHP is leading the way, has the advantage in regards to total plays and total yards, beating them in both rushing yards and passing yards. And actually, well, someone said he has more rushing plays, but passing plays is on the CHP side. No sacks on either side, but looks like TCT has the turnover, so advantage CHP. So we're going to go ahead and get back into the second half. Video is at 21 and a half minutes, so I'm expecting to be around like 40 minutes or so, or like around 40 minutes or so. This video should be over, but still got plenty of game left to play in this one. The next 2 games will be Division 2 versus Division 2. Not sure which games we're going to do. I'm just going to double check. It'll either be, actually, I think I know which one I'm going to do. I'm going to Orlando Tech and sorry, no, that was the wrong one. It's going to be week 2. Here we go. So it's going to be Orlando Tech at Mile High for game number 2, and then it's going to be East Augusta and Orange County State. So those will be the final 2 games. Going to let EAU and OCSU be our game of the week. So can't wait to see how that one goes down. But we still have a half here. CHP looking to get some more points passing that right side. There goes Brian Taylor, which I believe is for his first pass of the first completion of the day. 1st and 10. 3 wideouts. Got Vic Dotson on the right side. They're going to hand it off anyway. Edwards makes 1 man miss, but he lost his footing there as he was trying to get away from food fighters. It's going to be the end of that play. 12 for 52 on the day. 5 wideout set here for the homie Sean Bridges. Passing it left side, wide open. Kevin Lee down the sidelines. He's going to get inside the 20. Kevin Lee looking like one of the receivers to beat here for wide receiver of the year. They got tight end of the year last year. Looking to get the trifecta. Right side, Kevin Lee again falls forward and down at the 1-yard line. Sean Bridges finding his man. And Kevin Lee, I'm sure, is not complaining anymore in regards to the setup. 1st and goal here, pitch left side. Give that to that running back, man. Tom Edwards been eating all game long, and he's going to get the points there. 18-0 is the score. Can Jake knock it through is the question. Just a little to the right. Once again, just got to upgrade a little bit to get those extra points. If you get into those 50s or 60s, you should be able to knock them in fairly easily. But right now, no extra points here for CHP until probably week number 3. And I already know Jack and Jake is looking to get that upgrade going on for the next week. They're seeing their team get the victory. Got to get them hyped. And just because your team may be losing doesn't mean that you can't make a difference. That's why you got to take the extra precaution to get all the points that you can each week. And I kind of went through in the, which game was that? That was the Charlotte and Tacoma ball game where I pretty much just went through the whole breakdown of how you could get points in our league. And like I said, it's a pretty easy setup. Anybody with just an inkling of time can get points. And just making sure that you take a little time to upgrade your player, you can honestly be a stud within. Actually, you'll be a stud week 1 when you actually make sure you start with your 100. That's definitely first step. Making sure that as soon as you create your player, as soon as you have the ability to upgrade, put your 100 points on. You're going to be a stud just off of that alone. So keep that in mind once you create. You have a lot of ability in this league to be great. It's really up to your work rate. Hand off to Edwards. Actually look like a direct snap to Edwards, and he's going to get 3 on the play. Keep telling everybody, if you keep asking questions, there's a lot of players that's been in this league for a minute. We're all able to help you, especially the admins on the side. Like I've been doing a lot of work for a lot of players, just giving them information. And I say the biggest tips in leagues like this is just consistency will get you to the top. I will say that consistency gets you to the top. Making sure that you watch the games, making sure that you get your likes and get those screenshots in, making sure that you check in each week, making sure that you're keeping in touch with how many points that you're getting each week, and trying your best to, make sure that you stay on top. No one's going to be able to get your points for you but you. And honestly, if you have 10 minutes to spare, 10 minutes, I'm not even asking you for a full 30 minutes. If you can spare 10 minutes each day, you can honestly have 12 points a week. If you can do 10 minutes a week, I'm saying within a span of 24 hours times 7, within those, if you can spare 10 minutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, I promise you, 12 points a week will get you where you need to be. That's if you don't want to do any jobs or anything like that. If you want to do jobs, it'll be even quicker, obviously, because 2 weeks of the jobs, then you pretty much have a free week to work with to add to your players. So just do the math there. And we have different ways to give you points, help you out, get you all ready for the upcoming season. And I'll always be giving you tips on like what I believe will be the best way of upgrading, but it is your player. You upgrade what you want, how you want it. So pass across the middle of the field. There goes Kevin Lee once again with another catch. I believe that got him over 10 or close to it. 3rd and 3 here for Central Houston Polytechnic. Going to be a handoff here. Edwards close, but he's chopped backwards right before he can make the first down mark. It's going to be 4th and 1. Will they keep the offense on? No, they will not. They're already good with 18 points, and I don't think TCT is going to have the ability to break that in the next 11 minutes or so. You could kind of wrap this one up, in my personal opinion, but we still got games to play. We still got to see how TCT ends up with this ball game. Hand off to Poison Jam. He's probably going to get 2, and that's it. Make it 1. But yes, in all seriousness, no, this league is very easy to upgrade, very easy to, get your players right. Every build has a specific strength, specific strengths and specific weaknesses. And if you build to your strengths, if you spread out your points to areas that are very helpful for pretty much all players, one of those attributes being obviously awareness, endurance, discipline, and then you have your skill position type attributes. Like if you're on defense, obviously you want to open up on tackle. If you want to get on the defensive back side of things, cover will be a good one to take care of, along with block break. Linebackers, that's the same thing, block break. Defenders pretty much upgrade a similar way regardless, but they have more different areas to start on, in my opinion, as opposed to a cornerback / free safety / strong safety. So you kind of just have to be mindful if you are one of those positions. If you're looking at it, like what attributes do you think you'll need to be great? And then you kind of just base it on what you think will be helpful in the beginning part of the game as opposed to the late game that you kind of work on later. Passing that to the left side, there goes Fowler on that one. And now it's a nice job there by Bridges to hit him on that comeback. But 1st and 10 here for CHP. And just to do a little example with you, nice job once again to Kevin Lee falling inside the 5-yard line, but take all that back. But just to give you an example of what I would do for like my tight end here. Okay, so tight ends, they catch, they block, they they have the ability to get some nice runs, they can juke, they can do all of these things. So just find the attributes that line up with those certain things. And obviously some of them run fairly fast. So I led towards a few attributes off the top. I led with speed, I led with catch, I led with awareness, and then also had some agility thrown in there. I didn't block because I wasn't really focusing on blocking with my player, so I didn't really focus on block, but I did purchase equipment so I could get a +1 on the block. So whenever I do upgrade to 80, which is my cap in regards to blocking, I can go higher. I'd actually be 81 as opposed to 80. So nice try for Molyneux, but could not quite get the job done. That would have made it 21 to nothing, but not quite there, not close enough. It's going to be Benjamin on the carry to the right side. But as I said, you kind of just got to know your position and know what you want to do. In most leagues like this, speed is key. So normally, if you're not upgrading your speed, you won't be able to do too much because offensively, you won't be able to outrun the defensive players. And on defense, you won't be able to catch up to the offensive players. So obviously, you want to be as close to the 80s as you can in the CSFA side. But once you get to the USFA side, load up on it, bro, because there are players in the 90s, and you're going to be caught very quickly if you don't get that upgraded. But you could do some work in the 80s in the CSFA side, just making sure that you're working around your build. Make sure you're working around your team as well, and don't stress that you're kind of building for the team in the early portion as opposed to just building what you want. Of course, you want to build what you want, like upgrade what you want when you want. But say, for instance, if you're a running back and you're on an offense that passes the ball a lot, don't be mad if you upgrade your catches to 50. So you can know you'll be able to catch those screen passes, be able to do something with it when you have the ball, less drops. So, you kind of go like that. You don't have to be too crazy. Look at Edwards go, man. I'm trying to tell you, this kid's a beast. You got to watch out for him. He could be a sneaky guy that can make some moves. 19 for 70 on the day. He's doing a real good job. As Bridges passing this one again. Right side, Big Dotson. Look at that, man. Rumble. The juke move just too clean out here. 1st and 10 CHP down at the 20. Big Dotson doesn't quite have the touches like he's used to. Look at Tom Edwards once again, another 9 to 10 yards. 2nd and 1 coming up. But as I said, you can kind of build around the team. You can kind of build around what you want and just let the SA/GM do what they need to do to get you in the best position. But just got to look out for everyone. Help out yourself. Like I said, help out yourself, help out the league, help out the channel, and you're going to be great regardless. And I think this kid has something special in him. I'm trying to tell you folks, watch out for Tom Edwards as he continues to upgrade. He has so much of a high ceiling at the current moment. It's going to be kick no good. Actually, it was straight this time, but not enough leg. See, this is where the upgrades come in. Molyneux, don't fret. You're going to be up and ready to go after this week, assuming he upgraded. I just got to check. Did he upgrade? He did not. He did not upgrade. Oh, never mind. This might be a little bit of touchy here. It's something that you'll have to watch out for CHP, because they'll obviously be playing some user teams after this one. So if they won't be able to get the kicks in, this could spell trouble if they cannot get their offense running properly. But so far, what they've switched to has been working. 24 to nothing is the score. Nice defensive play for CHP as they move to their second victory of the season. So solid job there from the Bloodhounds. But keep in mind what I said a little earlier in regards to upgrading. You can honestly ask any of the general managers or school admins in regards to what you think that you should upgrade. We're all able to help you. We all kind of have some sort of knowledge of the game, even though we have some new general managers and stuff. We all kind of seen a good amount of gameplays to see what works best. And we already have 4 seasons worth of footage here on the channel. So, 3 and some change. So you can always go back. You can dial up what kind of attributes are available. Maybe I can actually make one of those charts there to see like the positives and negatives on each stat within each position or whatever. I can find something for you guys, help you out. That ain't no problem with me. Edwards with another carry, a first down move there. And that should wrap this one up if I do say so myself. Maybe one more first down, but I think they might just go to kneel mode. Yes, they will. Sean Bridges takes the first knee of the day. And they're just going to let that clock run. See if they can burn it all the way down. Got 30 seconds on the play clock, so they're just going to be chilling. And I've been rambling for most of the game, mostly because I kind of knew what was going to happen in this game. CHP is going to catch fire eventually. TCT tried and fought valiantly as long as they could, but too much firepower here. CHP, one of the deadlier offenses within the CSFA. And it's going to be interesting to see how this team is going to shape up. Looks like Sean Bridges will eventually be moving to the next level in the next couple of seasons. Same with Vic Dotson. And it's going to be the homies O'Dudley and Kevin Lee holding down the fort along with Tom Edwards. So it's going to be a new look for all of our CSFA teams within the next couple of years or so. So make sure you watch out for that. I don't know if they're going to give the homie Molyneux another try at the field goal, but they may just let it rock. Yes, they will. Final score is 24-0 in favor of the homies over there at Central Houston Polytechnic. 22 for 34 on the day, 2 TDs, 264 yards. Isaiah Bennell 4 for 22 on the day. Good job there by CHB all around. See right there, Kevin Lee breaking out nice and easy. 14 catches, 142 yards, 1 TD. And let's go ahead and check into the team leaders on this side. You see right there, Tom Edwards, all it took was an extra carry, but he did get 100 yards, his first 100-yard game of his career, I believe, along with 2 TDs. So you can't be too mad at that. Already went over Sean Bridges, great game, 65%. Kevin Lee did his thing, like I said before, 14 catches, 142 yards, 10 TDs, 10 yards per catch. Solid job there. His longest was 27. Vic Dotson, 3 catches, 77 yards, 1 TD, no drops. You love to see it. Isaiah Fowler had 1 drop, but had 3 for 35. Good job from him. Going on the defensive side, Sean Booker didn't have too many stats, but did have a key interception. Pablo Sanchez Jr. with 7 tackles on the day. John Carter with 3. Jonathan Leonard with 3 as well, but that is a bot along with Lansing. Going into the team stats here, 64-43. Not a lot of plays here overall in the total game, but Central Houston Polytechnic did their thug thizzle. And you see right there, a lot of run plays pretty much chewed up the clock here for Twin City Tech. Could not slow down Tom Edwards, and that was pretty much their wrongdoing. Well, they couldn't really stop anybody. 361 yards to 57 in favor of Central Houston Polytechnic. Great defensive battle on the Central Houston Polytechnic side. And only 1 turnover in favor of Central Houston Polytechnic. No sacks. Going into the player stats, let's just double check CHP while I am here. It's going to be the homies. Let's see. Tom Edwards had 1 for 5. Same for Brian Taylor. And Oliver Dudley had 3 targets but 2 drops. So kind of a flip, actually. Kevin Lee had all the targets this time around. And Oliver Dudley had a lot of the targets last game, had some solid plays, but still with the drop C's. So Oliver O'Dudley going to need to continue to upgrade, but I'm liking what I'm seeing from him as well. Only going to get better with time. Let me just double check the homies just to be sure. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, got that ready to go. Let's check the defensive side. Before I go, Vic Dotson, 3 tackles. I still don't know how he did that, but I'll take it. It's going to be Pablo Sanchez Jr. leading the way with 7, like I said before. John Carter, 3 tackles, had a deflected pass. Juju Moore had 2 tackles going down the line. John, 1 tackle. Here is Jake with 1 tackle and a deflected pass. And going down the line a little bit more, Deshaun Booker had an interception just like that. And John Fowler doing his thing with 0 tackles. So let me just double check here. Actually, it looks like, yeah, Isaiah Fowler and John Fowler will have to update, and it looks like they may have to go week number 3 and 4 without an upgrade. So a little bit of a hit to CHP's offense. They could be even stronger once John and Isaiah gets their upgrades all ready to go. But we got to move to our second to last game here. You got the homies over there, Mile High, taking on our CSFA Little Brothers, also known as Orlando Tech. I can't wait to see this game as well. So make sure you stand by for that one. Currently at 40 minutes, so a solid time on this one. I'll go ahead and set up for game number 2 in just a little bit. I'll go ahead and see you soon.